I'm Jason with Comfort Masters of North Alabama LLC, and right behind me here is a load of ductwork that we pulled out of a house, and the complaint was roughly 18 months ago, beginning to get some musty smells. Smells a little bit like the crawl space of a house or dirt. I want to show you some things that we found on this ductwork, and I've pulled out some of the worst pieces to show that to you and to show you how quickly these things can get out of control. Here's one of the runouts, and what we're seeing is some rodent activity. You can see here where mice have been chewing right through. They don't always chew through and go straight into the ductwork, but in this case they did. Oftentimes they'll go through and then tunnel in between these two layers, and you'll end up with a hole somewhere else. And here's a good example of that. So they tunneled in here, but did not go all the way through into the ductwork. And you can see multiple attempts to make patches have happened. And here we got some more mess from the rodents. And what they'll do is they'll build a nest in between the two layers of this duct. And then once they get inside, they'll build a nest inside. A good indicator that you have this happening will be bits of this insulation suddenly appearing on the grills on your floor or in your ceiling. Here's even more. You can see this one was quite a bit bigger hole. And I don't think that was for, the size of the animal. This was just most likely where they were chewing this material and using it to build their nest. But the one thing I wanted to show you was the kind of stuff that can begin to grow in ductwork like this. This ductwork is now drawing in all kinds of things from your crawl space, to include a high moisture content air. And so that high moisture content in the air is now mixing with all of the dust and other particulates that have coated the inside of this ductwork over the years. And you can see that we are beginning to have ourselves a little bit of a farm growing down here. Certainly not something to ignore. This is the kind of thing that definitely needs to be taken seriously. So if you're beginning to smell some odors when you turn on your air conditioner, go ahead and ask your favorite HVAC provider to have a look at your ductwork and make sure everything's in good shape. The big takeaway here is don't ignore funny smells coming from your HVAC system. If you think you smell something, you probably do, and it's a good time to have your duct system checked. Until next time, this is Jason with Comfort Masters of North Alabama LLC, hoping that if this happens to you, you'll give me a call.